touch system, and basically what we've got going on are 4 points of access into it. The most recommended of which is voice command, and this is going to now be capable of 10,000 voice commands, where our older systems only handled about 150. So what you're able to do is command everything from entertainment, phone, navigation, and climate, all done via voice. You have this side of the screen as well, which is going to take care of basically vehicle functions, settings, display mode, fuel economy is all basically living in that area. 8-inch touchscreen. This has got a more updated and capable computer behind it, and then you have your iPad style design, bringing in climate and sound, basically stereo within the vehicle. So if you use these 5-way controller keypads, they independently control these two 4.2-inch LCDs. So left controls left and right controls right. So if you watch up top here, we'll actually flip the display mode around. So as in-depth as you'd want to get with the vehicle, you can do that right here from the driver's seat. And this is all the way down to intelligent all-wheel drive. And this is going to be exactly what's happening in an all-wheel drive session. You can monitor which wheel's getting the gas, which one's getting the brake in an all-wheel drive session. So back from there, we get into trip 1 and 2, and this is exactly what it sounds like, duration and distance traveled. If we want to reset that, press and hold OK about 3 seconds, and it clears it out for us. So back from here, fuel economy, this is set up into 2 grids. One is horizontal, one's vertical. This is actually going to take the last 5, 10, or 30 minutes of our trip and then sum it up into those grids so we can monitor how clean and green we're driving. From there, settings. Vehicle settings, this is going to be anything you would need behind the wheel of the vehicle, like display, gauge display, and if you watch the fuel and tack, we'll take the tack off. So small things like that could be done while operating the vehicle, but if something takes you 3 or 4 pages deep, it's going to lock you out while you're in motion, and that's a safety feature. So from here, we have entertainment, phone, navigation, and climate. And you can see the 4 colors change as we scroll through. Those colors coordinate with the 4 corners of the screen. So you always know which mode we're in based on the color. Go to the right on entertainment. It's going to bring up exactly what's playing. We can then select entertainment down here, and it tells us what's going on with our entertainment screen. AM/FM is going to push over HD radio. So with HD radio, you now receive a tag button. So this tag button is here. If you like a song, you tag it. Press that button, it takes a 30-second short of that song and stores it on the media hub of the vehicle. You can tag 100 songs before it wants you to plug your iPod in. When you do that, it pushes that information over to your iPod. You go to iTunes, upload new music, lets you listen to it, and have the option to purchase right there. So from here, Bluetooth stereo. This is streaming Pandora radio from an iPhone. We also have USB, and if we scroll down from that, we have SD card and AV in. So down below, we have 2 USB ports, an SD card, and we have 3 RCA jacks. So the 2 USBs allow us to do a combination of devices, a phone and a flash drive, 2 iPods, 2 phones, however you wanted to handle that. SD, all navigation done in-house from Ford Motor Company on an SD. RCA jacks allow for any type of AV in, so if you're doing DVDs, PowerPoint presentations, even video games, the vehicle needs to be in park for that, and that's an obvious safety feature. They don't want you playing Nintendo Wii and driving around at the same time. So from there, we'll take you into phone. Phone is right here, giving us access to our signal strength, battery life, and Bluetooth connection. This is basically a quick point. So instead of looking down at our 8-inch touchscreen, we're just looking off the road real quick at the dashboard, so a lot safer than it was before. What you're also able to do is bring up your entire phone's main menu from right here. Quick dial, all calls, incoming, outgoing, missed, it's all right here. Picture ID pushed over from your phone, so the picture that you're used to seeing when somebody calls you will be pushed over via Bluetooth. So their name and number will come up here, name, and then their smiling face will be there on the screen. From here, we'll get you into navigation. Got the old school directional globe on here. We can then go to the right from that, and then it brings up quick nav. So this is going to be recently found categories, favorites, things that it can grab really fast. On this side, the full-on navigation screen. So this is a 3D mapping system. If you're in a downtown city center, it brings all that information up. You can scroll through. You can select a station. It'll tell you exactly what it's called. You can then do a 360-degree spin as well to see what's around you. So this is going to give us access basically to what's going around the vehicle at that time. Point of interest icons, you can populate your route with gas stations, restaurants, ATMs, parking, whatever you want to see on your route, you're able to populate with that information. From here, get into climate. Climate can be controlled from here. You can do climate from the screen. You can handle climate down below, or you can simply do climate via voice.
Please say a command.
Climate.
Climate, say a command.
Max AC on.
Maximum AC on.
So you can do that via voice. You can simply turn it off via voice. You can adjust the fan speed, adjust the temperature. There's lots of different ways to handle that within the vehicle. So, menu is going to bring up a couple things: vehicle and ambient lighting. So we've had this in vehicles before, but you now have a color globe system instead of actual switches. Choose the color that you want, and then comes in the cup holders and floorboards of the vehicle. You can adjust it on a slide dimmer. Back from there, settings, and wireless and internet. So this is going to be designed to take a pre-existing internet source and create a mobile hotspot with the vehicle. So basically what you're doing is using a pre-existing source from, so say you have internet on an iPhone, if you have internet on an air card plugged into the USB port, it's able to grab that information and push it out around the vehicle. You're then going to create the configuration code and the access code, yeah, go ahead. Just like a computer would, or just like a
So you can
hotel
easily be
would.
wireless connected
Exactly,
inside the car.
exactly. You're creating a hotspot. So using a pre-existing source to create a hotspot. So different ways to handle that. Also have 3 different home pages. This is your customizable one. You then have an intermediate page, and this is designed to be split into the 4 quadrants of the computer, and you can see quick points of access within each quadrant. So basically, things that you're going to have to access very, very fast and by touch. The last page is going to be your customizable shortcut page. So this brings in everything that you want to see. You go to edit, and you can bring in the things that you want and take out the ones that you don't. So basically customizing this any way that you see fit. So a lot more information than we've offered folks in the past, but obviously everything serves its purpose. Did you guys have any questions on kind of the layout of MyFord Touch? Any questions?
It's quite self-explanatory.
It is color-coded,
Yeah,
seems to be simple.
intuitive.
You're right, it's laid out very simply. It does look like a lot to handle at first, but obviously keep in mind everything can be done via voice. So,
Oh, it's nice.
you're welcome.
My dad has it.
And that's my sync.
That's just Sync.
That's Sync.
Yep.
What's the difference?
Sync is kind of the platform that basically we created Sync to work with your mobile and media devices hands-free. That was the initial goal, to take your phone away from your ear and take your eyes off of your iPod. So plug it into the USB and phone works on a Bluetooth connection. Those are the original features. I've added some safety with it, added syncmyride.com. There's been a lot of updates and upgrades to it. This MyFord Touch is the entire new computer system, dash cluster, center stack.
Climate and everything.
Yeah, everything done via voice. So this whole look and layout with the 5-way controller keypads is MyFord Touch.
But sync is also behind.
Correct. Sync is
For the
always in the
voice,
vehicle. Yep.
For the media and
Exactly.
voice
Yep.
control.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sync is always going to be part of this system. It's just another level to sync, basically.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions, guys? Good.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Bye.